So I want to talk about the importance of being on your own team. As we all progress on our journey to growth and self-development, and we learn more about this information, there's a lot of different resources and things we can listen to, and we can get pulled in different directions, and it can be very overwhelming. Learning this information, applying this information day in, day out, it can be very overwhelming and we can be left feeling burnt out. So I think addressing the point that you need to be on your own team and you need to do what is natural for you and what feels good for you should be of utmost importance when we are on our self-development journeys and when we make growth a priority. The biggest piece of advice I could give anybody when they are starting on their self-development journey, or when they learn about manifestation, or they just want to grow in general, is to stop listening to people or stop listening to things that just simply don't resonate with you. At the end of the day, you need to do what feels natural for you and what makes you feel more in alignment with who and what you ultimately want to be. Stop trying to force ideas, stop trying to force techniques, stop trying to force methods upon yourself. Of course, we have the ability to consciously create, but spend some quality time with yourself and figure out what works best for you and what feels natural for you. Figure out what resonates with who you are and what naturally feels in alignment with you. At the end of the day, this is self-development, which means there's no right or wrong way to go about it. There's no right or wrong way to resonate with this kind of information or self-development in general, because it is self-development. At the end of the day, if you have a clear mental image of who it is you want to be or what it is you want to do, have faith in that, live in the present moment, focus on being here, being centered, being connected to where you are presently, and then wishing well for other people, sending out good energy, being a overall force for good in the world, and then just mind your own business. You're not responsible for other people. You're not responsible for how they choose to live their life, and you're not responsible for anybody but you. Focus on what you want to create, develop that mental image, have faith in that, and then just do what feels natural for you when it comes to applying certain techniques or processes that make the process even more effortless for you. Just be grateful, focus on yourself, be a force for good, have your own personal outlook, choose to live in accordance with your values, your principles, your standards, and what is important for you and important to you. And then just, like I said, carry on with that knowing. Carry on living in accordance with those values and those principles and those standards that you set for yourself. Those are your values, your principles, your standards, and that is what you should stick to. Once you start practicing this information and applying this information in your life, you are going to realize how important it is for you to be on your own team, regardless of anything. Choose to be your biggest cheerleader and choose to actively participate in things and take action that make you feel good. You need to be your biggest support, and you genuinely need to get to a place where you feel you are worthy of all the good that you desire. You know that you deserve the good that you desire, and by acting in ways that are in alignment with those values and principles that you've listed out for yourself, you're going to start to feel more whole. You're going to start to feel more complete. You're going to start to feel even more worthy. And by extension, it's going to be so much easier for you on your self-development or self-growth journey, as well as tapping into the feeling and knowing that fulfillment is here and now, and you don't need to wait on anything outside of you in order to experience fulfillment. Now, when I say do things that make you feel good, obviously We all have to do things sometimes that we don't want to do. But all I'm saying is do things that feel natural and do things that feel like they are in alignment with you and your vision and what you want to create. Don't participate in things that you know deep down aren't in alignment with you and who you want to become and your values and your principles in general. This all contributes to being on your own team, being your biggest supporter, and once you start operating from this higher vision, once you start operating from your values, your principles, your standards, and you are on your own team in general, like I said, it's just going to be a lot easier for you to stay consistent with that. It's going to be easier for you to tap into fulfillment when you're thinking about the things that you want to create. And ultimately, it's going to be easier for you to remain loyal to that state of being. Know that you are innately worthy of the good that you desire. Know that you are full, complete, whole, right here, right now, in the present moment. And choose to be your biggest supporter. Choose to be your biggest cheerleader and be on your own team. Have that confidence in yourself. Stand tall, knowing that you are capable of achieving the things that you want to achieve, and walk in that confidence. And I can promise you that when you start doing that, this entire self-development journey that you are on, that we are all on, is going to be a lot easier. You're going to feel this relief and this reassurance because you know that at the end of the day, you have yourself and that you can rely on yourself. Remember that if you don't believe in yourself, how do you expect anyone else to believe in you? Lay that foundation, focus on being your biggest supporter, and that is going to go a very long way.